Justin Harris, own Troponin Nutrition. We trained back and a little bit of biceps here today at Be Strong Fitness in DeWitt, Michigan.
Randy Howard, Justin's training partner. Just finished up back and a little bit of biceps.
Okay, we started today with deadlifts. We did some speed pulls with bands. It was a little rough. We went a little heavy. I'm dealing with a little bronchitis, getting over bronchitis, so my lungs were not working very well today. But we did speed pulls with bands, and we worked up through 5 sets to 495 with double micro minis for a set of 5. And then we went to dumbbell pullovers. We do we went to way bent over rows. It's an old school form of bent over rows that we like to do where you stand on a platform and you bend all the way over and you stay bent over. So you're actually almost your head's below your waist. You're actually almost pulling more like a pull down than a row. And I think it really hits your lats a lot better than kind of everyone kind of transformed into those Yates rows. So after Dorian Yates started doing those in the late 90s, and I think if you're Dorian Yates, that form of rows works. If you're not Dorian Yates, I think for most people it just turns into a mini shrug. So we like to do the old school bent over rows. And then we went to dumbbell pullovers with a band actually with horizontal tension. So the weight's pulling vertically against gravity and the band is pulling horizontally. Just the 2 sets there. Randy they were hurting his elbows, so he went and did seated rope rows. And I actually have a little tricep injury right now, so they were kind of hurting my triceps. So we just went through 2 sets there before we moved on to one arm rows, which we also did with horizontal band tension. We like to do 2 different types of rows. One type of rows we call croc rows from Matt Krozaleski, where just kind of a little looser form, a little more upright, and really explosive. We do those at our gym a lot. Our dumbbells go up to 200 pounds. Here they only went to 165. So we ended up doing these hip pulls, we call them, where you do one-arm rows with horizontal band tension, and you don't just do a row. You kind of pull the bar into your hip. And so it gives you, again, 2 planes of tension. You get the vertical tension with gravity and then the horizontal tension with the bands. The bands are just a different... I prefer to do them more on pushing movements. The nice thing with bands is if you think of like a squat or a bench press, on a bench press, you're strongest at the top of the motion, but gravity is constant. Your gravity is 9.81 meters per second, all times, anywhere you go. So weight is weight with gravity, but you're much stronger at the top of a bench. And so really with the bench, with just the weights on the bar, you have 135 pounds on the bar, it feels maybe heavy at the bottom. By the time you get to the top, it's lighter. Well, you add bands, and the bands, the strong, the farther you push the bands, it's a rubber band, the tension gets higher, so it actually makes the weight heavier at the top of the motion. And so we use a lot of band stuff on things. Deadlifts are a perfect band movement because you're stronger at the top of a deadlift than you are at the bottom. So you pick a weight that's heavy on the bottom. By the time you get to the top of the deadlift, it's not quite a failure weight anymore. When you put the bands on, as you get higher and get stronger, the tension gets higher. Now back is a little bit different because you take a row and you're actually strongest on the row at the bottom and you're weakest at the top. And so bands kind of work the opposite on a row movement or something like back, because the tension's the highest as you get closer to your chest on rows, but that's actually where you're weakest. So what we do with the bands is with back anyways, is we create 2 planes of tension. So you're doing a one-arm row and you have gravity pulling the weight down, but your lats also work to move the humerus in this kind of motion, pulling your upper arm bone from your top of your head to your hip, also works the lats as well as pulling this way. So we have the dumbbell pulling vertical tension like this, and then the bands pulling tension like this. So it gives you 2 planes of motion, and it allows you to hit the lats. It's almost like doing 2 sets in one. And if you could see, I don't know if it'll come through on the video, but we were kind of dragging ass by the end of the workout from doing all those band movements, and that's really why. It's almost like doing 2 exercises in one. And so then after we did those hip pulls, we finished with shrugs, and we just did straight barbell shrugs, and there was nothing to write home about there. I think we went to maybe 585 for a set of 10. They were pretty sloppy. We were pretty beat by then. And then after that, we've been hitting everything twice a week lately. We've been training 6 days a week, and so we do back, shoulders, and buys all in kind of one workout. This workout is a heavy back workout, and we usually do some light shoulders and biceps. Later in the week, we'll do a shoulder and bicep workout, and we'll just do some light back. we were pretty spent, so we skipped shoulders and we just did buys at the end. We just did, some machine preacher curls, just some sets of like 15 to 20 reps, just, little curls for the girls, try to get a pump in there so we look good in the mirror. Okay, so I'm getting ready for the Masters Nationals this July. Right now we're about 19 and a half weeks out. It will be my first show since 2007, and I actually just started training again after about a 6-year layoff. I'm feeling pretty good. There's still a few things I'd like to have time to bring up, but I think you're always going to want more time to bring things up. My body weight's in the low to mid 280s. I think with clothes on, I'm probably about 285 right now, which is around where I used to be at my peak. You never feel like you're big enough, but my off season's been great. We filmed here at the same gym late summer, early fall with Emmett Brown, and I want to say I was in the low 250s. So it's been about 30 pounds since then. And like Randy said, my weight's been climbing. Both our weights been climbing. I'm hoping to continue that with the prep. I used to be able to grow into my shows. I don't know that I'll be able to do that, but I'm feeling pretty confident. We started cleaning up the diet a couple weeks ago. I can tell you right now what I'm eating. I'm basically doing, I do carb rotation. I do high, medium, low days. My days, we're training 6 days a week, so really it's more high and medium. The only difference on my off day is I have a medium day basically without my inter-workout shake. But my medium days right now are about 6 to 8 ounces of meat with a cup of rice every 2.5 hours. And if you're ever interested, if anyone wants to see, if you go to elitefts.com and go to the coaches logs, you can see I detail my diet pretty frequently there. Or if you want to go to Instagrams, my Instagrams are at Troponin_nutrition. And I also have a Twitter account, which I think is at Troponin Harris, and I've been showing my meals on there because a lot of people are interested. But my high carb days, of which I have about 2 of them a week, high carb days are between 800 and 1,000 grams of carbs with about 5 to 6 ounces of meat, usually leaner meats per meal. And I'll continue that probably until about 16 weeks out, so another month or so, and then I'll start cleaning it up, or not really cleaning it up as much as bringing the calories down to start my contest prep.
I'm doing the 2015 Masters Nationals also. 2012 was the last time I did a show as the Masters Nationals. I was a light heavy then. No clue where I'm going to be this year. I'm definitely, this is my best off season by far. I feel good. I feel like I kept all my pictures and compare them and everything. And I definitely feel like I bought my back up. My legs have always been a weak point, and we've been hitting legs really hard, so if my legs aren't going to grow, they're not going to grow. We're doing everything under the sun we can, so hopefully they look bigger right now, but we'll see once I get peeled down. Like I say, with Justin, we're 19 and a half weeks out. I've cleaned things up really good, about 6 days a week. Saturdays I might have a cheat meal or two. I'm a meat and potatoes, meat and rice kind of guy. I'm eating a lot. I eat a lot of red meat. I'm eating a lot of lean sirloin, a lot of bison. I eat a lot of bison also. I probably won't throw chicken in there until like maybe I don't have to. But yeah, same thing. I'm pretty excited about this. I haven't had the urge to do a show in a while, and I'm pretty excited. We just got back from the Arnold this past weekend, and it was good. It felt good, and I just got on social media, Chubb's Bodybuilding, if you want to follow me. I don't know what the cap is. I'm at 50 people right now. So 50. Oh, no, I'm 55. Yeah. So it's Chubb's Bodybuilding. You might want to get in there soon before I have to start a new one. Yeah. But yeah, Chubb's Bodybuilding, follow it.
All right, my website, if you want to contact me for contest prep or diet prep or even training prep, is Troponin Nutrition. TROPONIN and Troponin Nutrition, a lot of people ask what troponin stands for, and if you go to the website, it says right on the front page what troponin is. Troponin is like a complex of molecules. What happens is, in a muscular contraction, calcium enters into the muscle and binds to troponin, which moves troponin off of tropomyosin, which allows the myosin and actin cross-bridge heads to interact. In a muscular contraction, these myosin and actin interlock like that and cross over. That can only happen when calcium binds to troponin to move off of tropomyosin to allow the interaction to kind of happen. And so without troponin, there can be no muscular contraction. And it kind of just started years and years ago. My handle on some bodybuilding forums was Troponin. And then being the shrewd businessman that I am, when I started a business, I thought, rather than pick something that people will remember and be able to spell and get to easily, I'll pick a very strange word that no one will ever remember and have very difficult time getting to the website. And so that's how Troponin Nutrition started.